this is an interesting observation. When a visitor arrived in the factory, all operators had boxes made up ahead of production because people wanted to work and stay busy. Plant manager comes, whenever boss comes, people wanted to show that they are working and staying busy. So rather than staying idle, they would do something. Okay, in this cases, make boxes. I'll tell you why. Because the manager will murder that guy if he's staying idle. Why are you idle? Right? So it's not the person doing the work that is ugly, okay? Please understand, it is the waste that is ugly. So a Kaizen principle, I'm coming to an important Kaizen principle. Do not attack people, attack the problem. Do not ask, who made the mistake? Who is the guy who made this mistake? Do not ask that. Ask why the mistake has happened. If you felt this is principles are powerful, please. Very important principle. Do not play a reporting role, play a supporting role. I have seen people sitting in the ivory towers, AC cabins with white collar jobs, asking for reports. And this guy will think, come to the shop floor or you come to my workplace and see how much of difficulty that I'm having. You casually sit here and ask. That's why this principle I say, Kaizen principle, do not play a reporting role, play a supporting role. I even say this, don't preach from a book. All the managers, leaders are preaching from the book. Be the book yourself. So attack the waste. Waste monster. Don't change your philosophy of thinking so that people are aligned not to produce waste. Okay, so I'm going to bring some interesting cartoons today. Okay, what do you see in this picture? Don't say hen, but what is a principle that you want to learn in this picture? And I'm going to share some lean thinking, and which is not logical, illogical lean thinking through this. Suppose if this is the raw material and this is the finished good, add value to the product continuously through the process. Add value continuously to the product. So this is the way I want students to remember. Add value to the process. Give it a like if you like, which I've actually innovatively brought some. And don't compare one to one and then try to argue on that cartoon, please. I just wanted to communicate a lean concept through these cartoons or pictures. And if you can't relate to that, that's fine. Okay, because you can argue in a couple of ways. But my request is, okay, enjoy this thinking. All right. How many of you know that the scorpions lay a batch of eggs and hen will lay 1 egg, 2 eggs at a time? What is a lean concept that you wanted to? Waste management, one piece flow, single piece flow. Avoid batch production, whatever it is. Batch production versus one piece flow. Pushing, pins are connected together, you can push it, right? And pull it. So what is a lean concept that we can communicate through this? Students, please pay attention. I have specifically made for you so that you find it very interesting, the lean concept. So pull versus push, right? The concept in lean is pull system. The pull is good. Super. Pull versus push. A lot of money. And what do you see on the screen? So what lean concepts or Kaizen principles that you wanted to share through this? Money versus ideas. In Kaizen concept, we wanted to use ideas and do improvements and not for investments and money. Let's go to the next. This is interesting. What do you want to communicate? The Kaizen lean concept that you want to communicate through this. Let me share that with you. Heavy equipments versus manual trolleys. In lean, If you can use smaller equipments and do it, that's better than investing in heavy equipments and doing it. And that's why I said it depends upon the need, but always think whether we need to invest in something big or not. Use resources smartly is a good, okay, that's a good way of, yeah. You have to use resources smartly. And this is a simple one. Accessibility, visual, right? Don't see, fantastic. Not visible versus something visible. If you keep something on the this thing here, it is just the thinking, that's all. Don't literally start doing too much analysis on these cartoons, okay? If you do analysis in all this, you will end up in paralysis. So just take the message and enjoy these cartoons. Analysis paralysis. All right. What does this communicate to you in terms of lean thinking? What does this communicate to you in terms of lean thinking? Let's see some ideas on this. Speed, less space and volume. Okay. Generally, in lean thinking, what we say is, do not build big ships with big guns. Think small and responsible. So this is some Kaizen principle, okay, that I wanted to communicate through this. Maybe if I have not come very clearly on this cartoon, please pardon me, but I've tried my best. So I tried my best to represent some Kaizen principles with this cartoon. And what message do you get from this? This is explanation just to do it, okay? Don't keep on, thinking, people drink and think, right? So don't do that, just to do it, okay? I thought probably this will communicate to you. So yeah, don't relax and overthink, But so if you found this illustrations, I've tried my best to communicate something interesting. Whatever you felt about these, I'll draw some inspiration for the hard work that I have done to present it to you. This is a very important one. There are some more, yeah. This is a very interesting one. What does it communicate to you on the Lean Kaizen philosophy? In the Lean Thinking book, I think everybody should have that book by James Womack. He says, he calls manager as concrete head because they don't want to change the way that they think. Those people are termed as concrete heads. They don't want to listen to you. They are closed mind, correct? They think only in their own way. If any ideas are given to you, they have a concrete block. So they don't listen. Don't block your mind. Keep open for change and adopt new concepts. Now, this is a little difficult to understand. For veteran lean thinkers, probably they might come out with. Let me explain this to you, okay, instead of asking you to type. Avoid the process of loading accessories in your equipments, okay? Like mobiles, you load so many apps, right? Think the basic, simple, what you have to use. If you download too many apps in your mobile, you will waste a lot of time. Maybe I could have put a mobile phone with a lot of apps and a mobile phone with a few apps, okay? So similarly in machines also, in your operations, don't look for that feature, this feature, so many features which you don't use and unnecessarily end up paying in money. And those features are not used to those, when you want to use that features, since you have not used it for so many days, probably in the machine, it might become outdated or probably not working. Look at this. Okay, this is a very interesting and powerful Kaizen concept I wanted to share with you. It's a very powerful Kaizen concept. Implement the learning. We call that get your hands dirty. Go to Gemba. Gemba is the right word. Get your hands dirty. We don't want catalog engineers. This is a powerful concept, okay? We have seen a lot of engineers working the catalog and this, and they don't get their hands dirty. Right? Just do it, implement it. This is a difficult one. I try to take out the best of pictures to represent this, but I do not know how well this has come. What I want to communicate this thing is, don't think about like big villas, big factory, big this thing, okay? Design small. I wanted to communicate the cellular concepts closely so that the minimum motion and stuff like that. That's what, yeah, effective floor utilization and all that. Fantastic, okay? That's a good way. I've tried my best to pick up the best of best cartoons. Something may not relate as much as I wanted to communicate a concept. Over the period of time, I'll see if my thought process changes. I'll keep changing this, okay? Excessive use of brainstorming. Try storming. This is a word I wanted to introduce. Please, brainstorming is also important. I'm not saying it's not important. Brainstorming is one of the powerful tools. But after brainstorming, you should not shut off your brain. You should try storming. Okay, this is also one of the good, when I met Mr. Yamaguchi, who is an authority on TPM for the first time in 1995, and I worked with him for 4 or 5 years, and he was saying, every machine should be movable. He first said that remove the foundation and make it, whichever is it, make it movable, unless you will get some quality issues, okay? Okay, so no deep-rooted machines, okay? More of relocatable machines layout, because your production might vary and accordingly you might have to adjust your capacity by adding or removing machinery so that it is movable. Keep things mobile as much as possible, and even continuously think. You should start thinking, how do I make it movable? I know in all cases not possible, but at least the thinking should be in that direction. This is the easiest one. What I want to communicate is, do not think too much about the cost. Do not think too much about the cost. Shoot for the best quality, quantity, and timing. No one-way process. Bring back the part to the operator. Like, this is a concept of cellular that I wanted to communicate. And if you look for dinosaur type of machines, we know what happened to dinosaurs, right?